Hi, good morning. Today is the 12th of May, 2023. Giving you a couple updates today. We're running right at set point. Bob Love is right where it should be. Everything's running really well. So we're still at 755 kilowatts. So we're still doing good. The Ducks are doing well. They're hanging out. They're only about a week old, so these hens here will probably be going into the coop this weekend. We'll be putting in the small coop, moving them out. Temperatures are fairly warm and have been. This morning we never got below 50, so that's a good thing. The chickens are out. You heard the stupid rooster already crowing, doing his thing. Getting a look down to the tail race. Tail race's level is down. Just because we're running at set point. We're running where water should be. You can see the one rock, the big rock is in the middle there. You'll start seeing the crest over that. There's a couple rocks in this way that will eventually show up when the water starts to drop a little bit more. Things start to slow down. At least the flow starts to slow. We'll probably be working. Well, we know we're going to work on the tractor on Saturday. We're going to get this back up and running. I've got Federal Energy Commission coming on the 7th of June for a tour and a meeting. That's still part of relicensing. We'll finish that up shortly, and then that will be over. Upstream here, looking. This is what down here is what it usually does all winter, all summer long. You get a pool that goes around. Actually, that's only about the edge in there is about 6 inches deep because there's a ledge right there. The water will drop down below that ledge. Let me swing you around this way a little bit, and we'll get you a look upstream, show you what's going on there. You can see right over here, the water's not running through the bypass over there anymore. It's just coming down the stream. And that's pretty much what it does most of the summer. This is a fairly common site right here. Might be a little bit heavy yet, so for a summer flow. But we're not in our summer yet, so I mean it's only the 12th of May here. So I've seen it snow on Memorial Day. So we don't plan anything until after Memorial Day or Memorial Day weekend is when we should start our planning. Yeah, we probably could do it this year early. I don't think we're going to see any more frosts. So we'll start getting stuff in the ground and get things prepared. Update on Juanita. She came home yesterday. She actually got here and then walked up the steps. So yeah, it was amazing. So she's on a road to recovery. It's going to take some time. Still, she's in pain, of course, but she says the pain is different, so it doesn't hurt like it did. And she's really happy and really grateful for the surgery. You can see our pool here has really decreased. Things aren't nearly like they were. Even back over this side, it's getting back down to shallow. You could probably almost walk all the way around on the rocks at this point, and you can do that all summer long. So we're really looking at things slowing down now. We're still not looking at any rain for a few more days. We're probably talking, I think, not this weekend, but next weekend has a slight chance of some rain. So when we'll deal with that as it happens. But it's 54 degrees right now, so it's supposed to get in the mid 70s or a little higher today, which is just phenomenal. We'll take it. Yeah, been a long time coming. We had those couple days where it was in the 80s. That was our teas. We always get those. I'm looking through here at the woods, and I see more and more dead trees. So, story of of my life with down here at the power dam. We get a bunch cut out, and then a bunch more die. So, realistically, this needs to be cleared and cleaned up, so the lower growth can grow. The great big trees like these back here, let me swing you around. These ones we were just under, this bunch in here, it's bad to have all those trees because the vegetation underneath does not grow. So animals need the vegetation. The rabbits, the squirrels, the chipmunks, the bees, the birds like it. They need that vegetation. They need that ground cover. They need the grass that can grow up in the forest also. So, and the young trees definitely need it. So when you have a mature forest, it's not a good thing. You need to clear that out a little bit and get the new growth going, or you just eventually your forest just dies, and then it takes 40 years for things to grow. That's where the logging would come in, and as the loggers log the areas, they don't go in and rip every tree out. It's not logging like you see on TV, where those guys are working on the side of a mountain clearing it off. That they don't log that way. Here they do selective cutting. The forester actually goes in, marks the area that you're cutting, and you are allowed to take trees that are 6 to 8 inches, and they tell you which ones what to take. So, and then you leave some trees. You leave the smaller trees and let them grow. It doesn't hurt a thing. It's an important process that we have that they do, and people talk bad about logging the area and all that, but it's important. Number one, it's living for some people, but and so they make a living out of it. But the paper mills can continue to operate, and people have their jobs. But it's also great for the forest. It keeps the forest as a younger, active, growing forest. Gives the animals and insects places to go. So there's your ecological lesson for the day. Logging is good. Clear cutting is probably not the best choice, but what they'll do is they'll go in and they'll clear 10 acres to 20 acres in the forest, and they'll let that patch start growing, and nobody will go in there. They won't go. You won't do anything in there, and the weeds come up, and it gives the milkweed and the flowers and the pollination stuff come up, and then the bees and the butterflies have have a place to go. They have habitat. Plus, rabbits like thick grass, so we're seeing more and more of these, more and more of those. Yesterday or 2 days ago, on Tuesday night I was coming in, and it was late. It was about 9:30 when it came down. At a fire meeting, so we were doing that. And anyway, so I was coming in. Top of the drive was a bobcat. Now I have not seen a bobcat up here myself. I'm saying since 1998. No, yeah, 97, 98. So. Or, yeah, no, take that back. Daniel wasn't even born yet. So it was at 80, 88, 85? I don't know how old Daniel is. I don't know. I don't remember. But probably 84, I think. It was the last time I saw a bobcat up here. So that talks about a little bit about the growth and the way things going. We've had moose sightings. I've had a moose walk right down this driveway. Last year before, last fall. And, well, whatever that was. Don't remember that either. But yeah, they walked right down through here. So we've got moose coming back. We've got, we're seeing more bobcat, which is, it's not great when you're a chicken farmer, but, it is what it is. We've been doing some reading up on the ducks, because, I don't know anything about ducks. We've got 6 ducks. That was Juanita's fault because she left us unattended. And so we've got the 6 ducks. We had absolutely no idea what we're doing. So I've been doing some research. Lee's been doing some research on them. We're coming up. We know that they're Indian runner ducks. What that means is they do not fly. Well, they can fly a little bit, but their wings aren't really conducive to flying. They're a domestic duck. They run. From the tales that I've heard, you can't catch them. They'll run you, which, me, that's nothing. But maybe, Lee might be a little different story. But, oh, be quiet. Frog just jumped at him. Frog was like, no, shut up, dummy. But so in our research, we've been trying to figure out, what do we do? What do we do for their bedding? What do we do for, coop wise, or what do they want to stay in, and what is that? You just put them in with the chickens. They do just fantastic with the chickens. So that was that to me was surprising. So yeah, I was a little amazed on that one. But so we're gonna let these guys get a little bit bigger. Then we'll put them in with the young hens in the small coop. They'll live in the small coop for a while. That will be more than enough to take care of them. We've got to get the coop added onto, or the run added onto, because I'm not going to let them free range yet. We'll give them a while. So yeah, so we'll make this into an area that they could go in and out. And eventually we'll put them in the small coop that I tried to destroy with the tractor last year. So, yeah, if you haven't seen that video, woohoo! Anyway, so we'll probably end up putting the runners into that and see how they do in there down the road. But everybody's going to move into this coop maybe this weekend. Even the little ones might move in, because I can put the heat lamp in there and everybody be fine. I've got to make a decision on meat birds this year. I don't know. I may just concentrate on doing some hatching myself. We don't have a lot of eggs at this time. The hens are fairly old, and so I don't know. I haven't. The problem with hatching is, you know, you would think that it would be a 50-50, but it really isn't. You don't even get that good of a chance. 50-50 for each egg. And if you got a dozen eggs, you may end up with, you know, 8 to 10 roosters. So, which is all right because you can, you know, turn them into meat birds if you need to. They can move on to the freezer camp. And these girls here are old enough that we're just gonna let them hang out until, you know, they're done. They're 3 years old. Their normal life expectancy is about 5, so they'll be around for a couple more years. So anyway, so that's where we're at today. Today we gotta go out to Piseco, open up a camp. We got to look at another job, give an estimate for a repipe. I got to get an order into my suppliers for a furnace and a water heater, so I can get them to tell them to send them for Monday. And then we'll work on that Tuesday or Wednesday, or probably Tuesday and Wednesday. You get those in and done. Mr. Bill picked up his furnace yesterday, scared the crap out of me. I saw the security supply truck, that's my supplier, going south when we were coming north with Juanita. And we got here to the house and there wasn't any furnace laying around. So I was, so I called him immediately. And then I said, you can tell your driver to come back and drop off my furnace. So they called him, he yelled at him, and he said, well, I did. It's there by the side of the porch. And he said, oh, well, let me do some checking and see, maybe my son moved it. So about the same time I did that, I got a text from Mr. Bill. He said, I saw the furnace was there, so I picked it up. I was like, okay, all right. So I had to call security back, call their office and say, I'm sorry, I told him my buddy picked it up and took it to the job site already, so and I was not aware. So I was just coming into town. But yeah, we had a little sprinkle in the afternoon, and he was concerned with it. It'd been fine, but that's fine. So that's done. We're gonna have the other ones coming. We've got we're gonna go back to the camper today. We're gonna set the toilet. We're going to get everything there all set up, ready to go. We're gonna clean up our mess that we made. Put everything back like it's supposed to be, and spruce the thing up a little bit, and then that job is complete. On Monday, then, they're going to turn the water on over the weekend at some point. Usually she tries to at that campground that they're at, or the campground. These are permanent set campers. So at that campground, she'll turn the water on for the season starting this weekend. She'll try to do it a Saturday, but there's always problems, and she's always got something she's got to repair. So she will get that done. And it's Mother's Day is always her plan. So that'll happen. Then so Monday I'll go back to that camper, get the water out there. I'll move up a couple doors up from that one, and open the next camp up. From there, I'll move up to another 2 and get them opened up. One of them's got to have a drain line or sewer line repair, so I'll look at that today and try to take whatever we need to do over there. From there, I got another one in the same place to open up, and then we're going to move over to start on the old Civil Conservation Corps camp that is owned by a buddy of mine, and we open that up every year. There's lots of dwellings in there, lots of buildings to get water. Generally, what we do is we get the water flowing into it's got 1,000-gallon holding tank that it pumps out of the well to the 1,000-gallon. Then there's a pump, a circulator that pumps water through everything else. So we got to get the tank filled, and then we can start opening up the other places. So we'll probably do that. Get the 1,000-gallon going on Monday, and then on Tuesday go back, finish up opening up that. Wednesday we'll go, or then Tuesday we also got another camp to open up, and so it's that season. Everybody wants to hurry up and get open for Memorial Day, so we want to have time to get them open. And if there's an issue, we need to get those addressed, and so we can get them fixed prior to their arrival. So that's generally what we do. So anyways, that's what we've got on the agenda. Saturday, of course, we're going to be doing the tractor tires, probably go over to Mr. Bell's and put his plenum together. Maybe do that this afternoon, I don't know. And because he said he didn't know how to make that transition, I said I could do that for you. So that's got to be done. Other than that, that's all we got. So, all right. Well, you guys have a great day, and take care of yourselves and those around you, because really, it's what we got. All right. I'll talk to you later.